What's up, guys? This is Chris. I'm here with Amber and Lucky. We're talking about Archer. And you guys just got done with your panel. What was the reception like here in New York?
It was amazing.
It was huge. There was like 3,500 people in there, which was insane.
And we watched the first episode of season 5, and it's bonkers.
Do you guys get to see the episodes as they're being made, or is it kind of a surprise to you when you see
No, it's a complete surprise. Like, usually we'll start, and then we won't see the episode until it airs, like 8 months later sometimes.
Oh,
so
wow.
a lot of times I forget what happened, and I'm like, and I watch it, I Netflix it, I TiVo it, and I'm just as surprised as everybody else because I've totally forgotten.
Yeah. And it keeps me, I'm a huge fan of the show anyway.
Right.
But yeah, it is. It's always a delightful surprise. I'm like, oh, man, that looks awesome.
Do you have a ritual for watching it? Or you said you just TiVo it, but do you ever like watch it with your friends, or is it like, hey, I gotta like take this in silence?
Usually I just watch it by myself or with my husband, but last year we watched the finale with a few other people and live tweeted it, and that was super fun. So I might do that every episode this season, yeah.
My ritual, I slaughter a lamb before every episode. I just figure it, justifies the character.
Yeah, obviously, you guys. I read that you actually knew each other ahead of time, and that you suggested Lucky for the role.
I did. I made his life.
Yeah,
I made his life.
I'm eternally indebted to you.
Yeah, Lucky and I work at a theater in Atlanta called Dad's Garage, and we've known each other for over 10 years, doing improv shows together. And I'd been recording the first season. I think we were like halfway done, and Krieger's character had always been in it, but he'd never spoken before. So they're like, well, we gotta come up with somebody for this character. And I was like, what about Lucky? And that's when it happened.
Yeah, and they were like, oh, yeah, of course, because I also worked with Adam and Matt on their other show on Frisky Dingo, and so they were like, oh, yeah, great. And so we came in, and I didn't know if I actually had the part until it was the absolute deadline. They were like, if FX doesn't approve, we have to record somebody tomorrow because it's the deadline. FX was like, oh, yeah, we love him. So, yay.
Do you ever get your script and you see what's on the page and you're like, oh, no, this isn't going to make it past the censors? Or has there ever been a time where you're like, I can't read this?
Never. We're filthy people. So, and, for me, it's always great. I don't know. Pam is a whole different ball of wax.
Yeah, Pam says some terrible things, and I'm like, really? Are we going to really be able to say this? And my parents are no longer allowed to watch the show.
Oh, nice.
Because my mom's just like, just horrified by the whole thing. But yeah, every time I get the script, I'm like, yeah. Sweet. Pam gets to say some terrible things.
My mom once said to me, I have no delusions about who you are. Have you ever had a parental gem like that dropped on you?
God, I wish. My parents are still delusional about who I am. So no, not for me.
Yeah, my parents are just happy I'm doing better than they did. That's all.
Awesome. So now this is like a solo enterprise you guys undertake. Is it nice to kind of come together in the con setting or in some of the live readings you've been doing?
Yeah, it's so fun. Like the Archer Lives, we've really gotten close and got to know each other really well because we've been traveling so much together. And, when all of us are in Milwaukee, it's like, well, let's go to dinner together.
I'm from Wisconsin.
Oh, cool. Yeah. So Milwaukee's a really cool town.
I love Milwaukee.
Not bad,
Milwaukee's
right?
a great city,
I was
man.
surprised by how awesome it is. But yeah, it's been super fun getting to hang out with everybody because we don't get to see each other all year long,
Yeah, we really get along. Like, we're a super tight group of buds, so it's
Awesome.
It's so much fun.
What are some of your hopes for your characters going forward this season and beyond?
I was just talking in the panel about how I want to see Poovy Farms and like what Pam's family looks like.
Right.
And I want to convince Adam to do it like Nutty Professor style where they all kind of look like Pam and I get to voice all of them.
Oh, that's amazing.
And I would really love Krieger to build a giant robot. Because I think he has the capabilities of building a giant robot.
It's the little things, right?
Right.
Thank you so much for talking, guys.
Thanks, Chris.
Yeah.
Con.
Thanks.